get these tidied up for starters. Better get these tidied up for starters. Better get these tidied up for starters.
Aw, shuck and duck, ladies and gentlemen. Hope we're having a great day today. It is Wednesday, the 9th of July, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. And folks,
Better get these tidied up.
today has been one hell of a day. The entire Genshin community had once again a lore moment. We used to pray for times like this, and they have come. They have
Better get
come.
these tidied up for starters.
We now know, based on what dropped today, what all of the shades look like. They all have human forms. They are not just
What they say is
eldritch
true. You have
creatures
to see the
in
world
the
for
sky.
yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
They are waifus.
Better get these tidied up for starters.
That's the thing. They are all waifus as well. Now, it's entirely possible that they are not going to be playable based on like their character models. Like if you think about it, like you have Istaroth, who has this whole big thing above her head that is like big and circular, which may be a sign that she's not going to be playable. You have Renova, who has these great big wings that are probably going to mean she's not playable. You have Reindotter, who has a lot of things around her, like basically a whole ass warframe ephemera. So it's entirely possible that she's not going to be playable either. And then there's Asmodee, who has something behind her which could potentially not be preventing her from being playable, but it's entirely possible she's not going to be playable either. Like, at this point, these characters are so unfathomably powerful, like significantly more powerful than an Archon, significantly more powerful in the lore than a dragon. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll be playable, maybe they won't. I don't know. But we have a lot of very powerful lore characters who are playable. For example, obviously we have our Archons, Nahida, even sweet little Nahida here. Very, very strong, very powerful character if she were to actually pop off. Right now she doesn't want to pop off. But I think lore-wise, if she were to actually pop off and show, I would fear her. Her power set may very well be a lot more dangerous than anyone would consider. Because think about it. What can she do? She has ready and immediate access to Ermin's soul. If she were to be under siege, if she were to be under threat, if she were to pull out all stops, she could basically erase you from existence. Your very reality would change because nobody knows who you are. If she were to erase you from Ermin's soul, is Jova. You won't even be attacking anymore. That is a level of power that I don't think a lot of people in the community have really appreciated. Being able to erase things from Irminsul.
Get these tidied up for starters.
We'll just have to see. You know, obviously, characters like Her Eternal Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, her power level is a lot more sort of physical and straightforward because it's Muso no Hitotachi, right? Muso no Hitotachi famously being able to split mountains, kill gods, you know, defend Inazuma from an entire abyssal attack. You know, these are things that we have like more or less, we can more or less like see on a physical way. Venti is sus, but I get the feeling that Venti actually is in fact the shade of time. Especially because it turns out that the VA for Venti in not just English but all languages is also the same VA for Istoroth. Hello? I'm sorry, what? You want to run that by us again? Venti has the same voice, the exact same voice actor
The world remains constant
as the shade of
centuries.
time. Now, what's
But
interesting to
human life
me
is like the
is
dew
that
of dawn,
Venti
or a
doesn't
bubble
actually sound
rising
like
through
Istoroth
water.
in the video, but they are the same voice actor. What the hell is going on there? Who is the real voice? I think Istoroth might be the real voice because Venti, well, I think Istoroth in English sounds a little bit more like Erika just in general. Venti sounds more like a voice that Erika is putting on. Could that be some deep lore in and of itself?
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Hey, I don't know. But Venti might be, therefore, significantly stronger than we all think he is. Sorry, not she. Venti might be significantly stronger than what we think he is. Because we think of him as maybe having the power to... Well, he has apparently had the power to reduce an entire mountain into a little island that we call the Spiral Abyss Island. So there's that. So he has that kind of power. But if he is actually the Shade of Time, then he actually has time magic power. And anyone who has played Yu-Gi-Oh! Or has at least watched the first entire series of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, Duel Monsters, knows that Time Wizard is a crazy strong character. Hey, Ong Jordan, how's it going? Time Wizard is a crazy strong character. He is weak as hell when it comes to just actually fighting monsters, but Time Wizard can do some crazy things. Did I see the new Genshin vid? On Jordan, I didn't just see the new Genshin vid. I went ahead and posted my whole ass reaction. The few times, one of the very, very few times I've ever done a reaction video, this was one of them. And I did it on time because it came out while I was when I was about to eat lunch. So I recorded that, I posted that, it's on YouTube, it is there. Stoic69, hey, how's it going? Yeah, so we know for a fact that Venti... So, not for a fact. We are very suspicious. We are currently... Right. Let me jump over here for a sec. My head will blow up? Oh, no. You might want to get that checked then. If your head is blowing up for more than 4 hours, you may need to see a doctor. That teaser is crazy. So, hang on. So we know... Well, we suspect, not know. We don't know anything. We don't know anything when it comes to Venti, okay, chat? We don't know anything for sure. What we suspect is there's way too much evidence... Not evidence. There's way too many signs that point to Venti actually being secretly Istoroth. Or at the bare minimum, we're working with Istoroth. I think he might be... I am leaning towards the idea that he might actually be Istoroth because they do have the same voice actor. It's entirely possible that he is Istoroth. But it could also be like a Focalor Farina situation where... Wait, hang on. Did Focalor and Farina have like different VAs? Did Focalor and Farina have different VAs? Am I tripping? Focalor's VA is Amberly Connors. Farina's VA is also Amberly Connors. Farina is Focalor's. Ergo, if Istaroth and Venti have the same VA, then Istaroth is Venti. And on top of that, we also have the Nahida Rukadevata situation. Now, people might say, well, isn't Nahida Rukadevata? Here's the thing. Rukadevata, Rukata who in the hell is that, had a different voice actor. Nahida's voice actor... Nahida's voice actor, ladies and gentlemen, is Kimberly Ann Campbell. Ruka Devata, if I spelled her name correctly, yes, Ruka Devata, her English voice actor is Chloe Eves. Yeah, who in the hell is that exactly? Ruka the I don't know who I'm talking about, has a different voice actor to sweet little Nahida. We know that Rukata who the bloody hell is that is actually supposed to be different to Nahida, because Nahida is actually not like a clone. She's not like the other side. She's not anything like that. She is another branch from Irminsul. She is the successor to Urukata what in the hell's going on, but she is otherwise a different person. So Rukadevata and Nahida are effectively separate entities. Farina and Focalors were separate entities, but they were two halves of the same character. Two sides of the same character. I believe Makoto and A have the same VA. Let me double check. Yes. Raiden Makoto and Raiden A, they both have the same voice actor. Her name is Ann Yatko. But my understanding is that they're twins. And therefore they're so twinny that nobody noticed that Makoto's gone and A is there instead. And also the Raiden Shogun. The Raiden Shogun herself is also voiced by Ann Yatko. Ergo, they are all twins, and the Shogun was made in A's image. Ergo, same voice.
The world is full of lost balance just waiting to be rediscovered.
So that's that, right? And then Zhongli is Zhongli. There's no shenanigans when it comes to Zhongli. Zhongli is Zhongli, right? So all of this to say, there's way too many signs that point to either the... Okay, so the Bard is not the Bard. We can 100% say the Bard is not the Shade of Time. My understanding of Venti's backstory is that he is actually one part like some kind of animo spirit, one part like some random Bard dude who was part of the revolution against Decarabian, the old storm god, I believe. All of Mondstadt through Venti, the Bard, through the Bard, rose up against Decarabian, the storm god, overthrew Decarabian, the storm god, and that is how we end up with Storm Terror's lair being some gigantic like ruin. Storm Terror's lair back in the day was like a whole ass like castle tower type dealio. Back in the day. But when Mondstadt rose up, that's what happened. And then my understanding is that the Bard ultimately died in the battle, but the Animo Spirit merged with the Bard, and now we have a character called Venti. Shade of Time, Istaroth, may very well be the second side of the Animo Spirit. Or maybe the Animo Spirit works a little bit differently to how Nahida is with Rukadevata, and instead of being like a new branch in Irminsul that is now growing up, perhaps the Animo spirit is actually
Better get these tidied
a
up.
little part of Istanoth herself. I don't know. 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 When will we vor? I have no idea. But look, I'm excited, guys. All this shade talk, like, this is the kind of stuff I really, really like in Genshin. This kind of high-level lore stuff. Oh yeah, give me more of that. There is also a lot of people right now who are like thinking, you know what? Paimon is Asmodee. Let's just stop right there. Paimon is Asmodee. Asmodee, the shade of space. Ruler of space, Asmodee, is
All right,
missing
let's go.
in the teaser. And a lot of people are saying, you know what? There's too many signs pointing to the idea that Paimon is actually the ruler of space.
If you ever want
Such
to
as
tactics, I'm
color
always
scheme,
ready.
such as the fact that Asmodee is missing in the entire trailer, in that entire teaser, and think about the couple of times that we've actually seen Asmodee in the game. We've only seen her like twice in the game. The first time was at the start of the game before we had met Paimon. The second time that we've ever seen Asmodee in the game was in that in the last Archon interlude quest, when we, the Traveler, are talking to the sibling
trade tactics,
in
I'm always ready.
not Kanria. Guess who wasn't with us when we were talking to our sibling in not Kanria? Paimon. But guess who was there watching us in not Kanria? Friggin' Asmodee for some reason. And there's also another thing I want to point out. I don't think there's a single character in the game who has ever acknowledged the existence of teleport waypoints. Chat, can you think of anyone, NPC or playable character, who has actually acknowledged the existence of waypoints? I don't know if anyone has ever done that. But we, as the Traveler, can teleport to wherever there is a teleport waypoint. Okay? We can teleport wherever there is a waypoint. But I've not seen a single other character talk about them. At least I don't remember any other character talking about them. We have seen characters acknowledge the existence of what do you call it? Statues of the Seven. For example, there was the Abyss guy who talked about who was literally kneeling in front of an upside down Animo statue of the Seven. So there's that guy. There's what happened in Natlan at the start, which is we take Achina to the Pyro statue of the Seven, and then we realize, oh wait, hang on, it's not working for us. What's up with that? There's also at the start of Sumeru, one of I think it's Kole. I think it was Kole who literally tells us to go and help her clean up the Dendro statue of Seven, and we even ask like, hey, do you reckon the Dendro statue of the Seven is depicting Greater Lord Rukete, who in the hell is that? Or is it depicting the current Dendro Archon Nahida? Like,
There's a lot of very
statues of the Seven
people in
have
academia.
been acknowledged.
Kinda
I
makes me wanna go
don't know
study
if
there.
teleport waypoints have ever been acknowledged. I bring this up because I want to refer to something that Neil deGrasse Tyson once said. Teleportation could very well just be bending the fabric of space in such a way that the two places you want to be, the place that you are and the place that you want to go, just end up being like right next to each other, and then you just walk on through, and then boom, just like that, you've made it to the other side. The paper perspective, right? Teleportation could be as simple as if I have, hang on. Teleportation as described by Neil deGrasse Tyson could be as simple as if I'm standing here and I want to go here, right? I'm standing here. If I'm standing here and I want to go here, I could just walk over here. Or I fold it like that, and I'm now going from here to here. It's a lot faster. Because the distance is a lot shorter. That could be how teleportation works. And if that's the case,
Do you hear that?
who can do that?
Something's going
Surely
on over there.
the ruler of space.
check it out.
Surely Asmodee
alarm.
can do that. Now, for some reason, we have access to teleport waypoints, but Beidou still needs to use a ship. Beidou still needs to use a boat, ladies and gentlemen. People still need to... Asmongold. Yes, Asmongold, exactly. I mean, his entire attic is a space. That he rules, because he is, of course, the Roach King. Asmodee, whatever. Actually, yeah, that I've always found that hilarious. That there's a demon in the Osgoedia called Asmodee, Asmodeus, same demon, and then there's Asmongold. I wonder if he actually thought about that. I don't know. But if nobody else can actually use teleport waypoints, hell, if nobody else even knows that teleport waypoints exist, because in order for like Albedo and Claire, in order for Albedo and Claire to come to Inazuma for the festival,
Makes me want to go study there.
the big Inazuma festival that happened a couple of years ago, or if in order for the illustrious, even a character as powerful as the illustrious Yae Miko the Wise and Beautiful, she needs to go by ship from Inazuma in order to get to Sumeru for the mushroom sport thing. These characters all need to use boat, or Ningguang needs to fly around in the Jade Chamber, you know. But we get to use teleport waypoints. What do they have? Sorry, what do we have?
You're
The
always
player, the
asking
traveler.
why.
What does the
You end up
traveler
thinking yourself
have
into a corner.
that
Sometimes
Yae Miko
okay,
doesn't have?
let go.
What could the traveler have that Ningguang doesn't have? What can the traveler have that wouldn't flying be faster Venti not have? Aside from multiple elements. Multiple elements is one thing. Yes, that is correct. Multiple elements is one thing. But what else do we have that wouldn't flying be faster Venti not have, that would cause even Venti to require a boat to get to Inazuma? We have Paimon. They don't. I'm loving the idea that Paimon is actually the space, the shade of space. More and more. More I think about it, the more it is making sense. Yeah, Paimon also has the time stop thing, which I'm not entirely sure if that is canon. I'm gonna be real here. I'm not entirely sure if that's canon right now, because I'm not convinced that Paimon is the shade of time. Because I think Venti is the shade of time. I'm liking that theory a little bit more. So I'm not convinced that Paimon is the shade of time, but I am feeling more and more convinced that Paimon is the shade of space. You were traveling stars before you were interrupted by Asmodee. Savage, if you watch the teaser, the other shades have now confirmed. Well, the other shades have actually said Asmodee, the unknown god that we actually meet at the very, very start of the game, has defected. She is no longer working with the other shades, and ostensibly, she is no longer working with the heavenly principles. The sustainer of heavenly principles is no longer working with the heavenly principles. She has changed sides. She may, according to Renova, the Shade of Death, she may love her new master more than herself.
Then your sword may as well be.
Who in the hell could have a new master?
Effectively against your foe.
Well, I mean, the Traveler is the one who takes care of Paimon. Paimon thinks of the Traveler as... Well, Paimon at least calls the Traveler her best friend and will try and do whatever she can for her best friend. The Shades possibly might not understand the concept of friendship, and therefore they believe that the Traveler is actually Paimon's master, but maybe that's not true. And then on top of that, there is the fact that Paimon is also a demon name from the Ars Goetia. Paimon is a king of hell.
In my role as champion,
Let me tell you right now, Paimon is one of the kings of hell.
For when I draw my blade,
So Paimon in the Ars Goetia is like super duper powerful. I think kings are like one... No. Is Paimon a king or Paimon a duke? Dukes, I believe, are like one step above kings, but I don't remember. King. Sorry, king. Are kings higher than dukes in hell? Oh no, sorry, my bad. Kings are higher than dukes. Actually, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So, so Paimon is a king of hell. One of the kings of hell. So Paimon, the demon, is super powerful. Paimon, the Genshin character, might actually be Asmodee, because the other Shades don't even know where the hell she is. The other Shades don't know where Asmodee is. That is basically, that's what they said in the teaser. Renova, Istaroth, and Niberius, who is now Reindotter, they're trying to find Asmodee. They can't find her. And people, and I saw a Reddit comment, and this is something I want to talk about because I actually answered it in the Reddit thread, but they don't know where Asmodee is. Now, you could then counter that by saying, hang on, Renova should... I could call Asmodee. You could say that Renova should know where Asmodee is if Asmodee is Paimon. Because when the captain was challenging Renova, when the captain was challenging Renova, guess who was also there? Us, right? Here's the thing. Renova might be distracted from the whole my deal has to be cut, otherwise the captain triggers a paradox that completely bricks all of reality, space, and time. Because that's what the captain was threatening to do. Forsake your rules or let me trigger the paradox. I think that alone meant that Renova wasn't paying attention to the Traveler or Paimon. And if you think about it, Renova, a shade of death, or a shade in general, should really be interested in the mere presence of a whole ass descender.
No.
Because that's what we are, the Traveler. We are a descender. And a whole ass descender is like right there. If you're a shade, if you're working directly under the heavenly principles, and there is a descender right there, bro, you would be paying attention. But Renova wasn't paying attention to us. Renova didn't even acknowledge that the Traveler was there or Paimon was there. Renova was too busy trying to rack her brain, figuring out, oh crap, what am I going to do? Am I going to let the captain, like, die but not die, but die but not die, and therefore cause all of reality to go into whack? Or am I going to break the curse of immortality, and thus all the Hilichurls on the planet just suddenly die instantly? Or am I going to do what Renova ended up doing, which is, okay, fine, I'm going to go back on my deal. I don't need a huge death. You can do, you can die and merge with the, well, you can sort of die and merge with the Night Kingdom, Lord of the Night, and your body can become essentially the Lord of the Night and stay alive, and your soul can go into the Night Kingdom and essentially to the ley lines, blah, 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 blah. So she's really, really distracted by that. On top of that, in the teaser, it is shown that the Shade of Death is not the most clued
I've
in.
faced many opponents in
She
my
doesn't
duels.
she
of them I
doesn't
defeated.
notice
The
that
rest surrendered.
big dick what's her name? What's his
I
name?
have never
The jester.
lost a duel.
Oh god damn it, what's his name? Why am I forgetting the jester's name? Oh my god, why am I forgetting the jester's name? Did he get erased from Ermin's soul? Hold up. Piero. Big Dick Piero was like staring at her. Big Dick Piero straight up looking at her, and Rodova didn't even notice. It took, I think it was it Isterod who noticed, or Rheindotter noticed. I think it was like Rheindotter who had to point out, hey, by the way,
A duel is a battle.
Piero's
of
looking
wills,
at you, dude.
and the sword an extension.
what's
of
up
the
with that?
duelist's Spirit.
So
If your
I don't
heart
think
recoils in
Renova is as
then
capable
your
of
sword may
like
as well be in its
multitasking and noticing
because you will
things
not wield it
as like
effectively
a
against
god
your foe.
theoretically should be able to do. So that's a limit. And that's how we end up with a teaser that is called The God's Limit. So all of this to say, there's too many signs, chat. There's too many signs that Paimon is actually the shade of space. I'm pretty satisfied with believing until otherwise that Paimon is the shade of space, chat. I'm pretty
My role
I'm
as
pretty
champion duelist,
I'm pretty excited
my
to see
opinions
if
do
this ends up being the case, because it like all good theories, for us it's going to be tricky to try and argue against it because we like the idea so much. Good times. With how much food she eats, I'm not surprised. Yeah, exactly. How does a tiny little creature like that, how does a tiny little entity like Paimon end up having the ability to like burn through so much food and so much mora in lore of like food and stuff? Yeah. But if we talk about like characters who are able to eat a lot, then that means that Varessa is actually the shade of space.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Strike a pose! Let's...
Varessa is the shade of space. That is the category theory, chat. Varessa is the shade of space. She is actually, we actually have a playable Asmodee. Ain't no way.
Loyal to the wrong master.
I can't. That would be hilarious if I'm like, should when the inevitable Varessa rerun kicks up,
Shower me with praise!
I'll be like, we have a Varessa rerun incoming, and naturally the big question is, should you get her? Varessa? Oh, you mean Asmodee, the shade of space? The ruler of all space? After all, Varessa's stomach is like an entire void space where food just goes in. Yeah. There's a reason why there is something called the Varessa Special that not even Mawika can beat. The Varessa Special, sorry, the Varessa Challenge in Natlan's big food eating competition is something so unfathomably incomprehensible that not even the Pyro Archon, I eat a gigantic table's worth of food for breakfast, Mawika can handle. She can't handle that. She legit cannot handle the the Varessa challenge. This is known. Chat, this is known. And so if Mawika can't handle that, that means that Varessa is able to eat more than an Archon. And if Varessa is able to eat more than an Archon, well, what's a level above Archon? Shade. Yeah. Okay. You know what, Mark Luck? You've convinced me. Varessa is actually the shade of space. Yep. There we go. Boom. There it is, chat. There it is. We figured it out. We figured it out.
My name
Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid?
Hold that pose!
Is it my turn now?
With these rising flames,
By ordinance divine!
Now that's more like it. With the fall of darkness,
And so that means that
destruction shall rise.
hang on. So
Have a taste of purgatory.
there is one implication that we may have not thought of, Mark Ross,
Transfiguration.
which is that when
Bioincarnate.
old mate Baressa does one of her plunge attacks and pounces on enemies with her sweet soft ass. She's not jumping on people and landing butt first. She's doing the ultra butt slam of space. She's collapsing the ass of space-time.
Consciousness has been seared away.
And I don't even think Neil deGrasse Tyson has thought of the implications of doing that.
Sometimes only the beginning.
Yeah. It should have been me, not him. It should have been me, not him. The more we continue with this game, the crazier the lore gets. We are getting into like endgame territory with the lore, chat. We are getting into like crazy endgame with the lore. Ooh. Oh, speaking of crazy things. If only the Travelers VAs came back, like this patch. They may be coming back next patch. Based on like some cryptic things that they've said on like Twitter. Because if they came back this patch as opposed to next patch, I would have done the Squirt quest in English. And the reason why I bring up the Squirt quest in English is because it turns out
Transfiguration.
that a certain character has decided to be voiced by, in my opinion, none other than bloody Hunhow. Hey, why am I? I'm just doing this so badly. Like Hunhow. Hunhow is the same voice. Somehow Hunhow is the same voice as
True form.
Sotology. I mean, I think it's Hunhow. I don't know if they got the same actor or if they've somehow like figured out the sort of voice filter that DE used.
Paradigm shift. Say cheese. Manifest.
Now, let me just get my energy back. Okay, that should do the trick. Yeah.
Hold that pose.
I think Hunhow is voicing Sotology,
My will
which is a
embodied.
crazy thing
Breaking news.
because if that's the case, then that means Sotology is actually the father of all sentience.
Allow me, darling.
What lore implications could that possibly have, ladies and gentlemen? Sotology is if Sotology is the father of all sentience, including the Lotus, what does that mean? Chat, what does that mean for Warframe 1999 to find out that the father of all sentience, including the Lotus, is actually also the master, is also Skirk's master? What exactly am I supposed to do with that knowledge? Is this... What exactly am I supposed to do with this forbidden-ass knowledge, chat? What am I supposed to do with this? These are crazy times, folks. These are crazy times.
Rise with the sun.
Oh my god.
Let the world collide! Full speed ahead!
Pyroclastic surge. Incinerate. Bring it.
We should present a united front. Let's fireball.
Wrath from the skies.
Okay. Bomb, 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 bomb.
Time to shine!
Hear
Do
the
this.
echoes of the valley.
Strike a pose! Quick as a flash! Start the clock!
Pyroclastic surge.
Dance, my dearest.
Oh, that was a miss.
Remember the steps this time?
Ah, shucky ducky.
Shucky ducky.
Try and stop me.
Shower me with praise! Controlled breathing. Let's...
Wrath from the skies.
Whoa, 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 what's going on?
The stage is yours, my queen.
I shall take the spotlight once more. Bring it.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
It is time to slay our foes with
I
one
present.
almighty
This calls for some pomp and ceremony. Pyroclastic surge.
Yeah. You can try and do your big charge up, but at the end of the day, I am just going to brute force the crap out of you. And whoa! We even got this. This is still, what's the word? Redacted. What is going on there? We're rolling that. We are 100% rolling that. I don't care what anyone has to say. We're rolling that, chat. We're rolling that. We're rolling that right now. We are rolling that right now, chat. We're rolling that right now. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's okay. We're going to roll that right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right. We are going to... Do I have any... Yep. Okay, cool. We're going to full send. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not amazing, but hey, for all the crit damage hats that I have, this is actually pretty good. All right, we do like that, chat. We are keeping that 100%. Now, moving on from the crazy lore implications, let's talk about the crazy account implications when it comes to the fact that we have ourselves an EMILIE rerun, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, as always, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the great land of Inazuma. It is time. Now, I already have C6 Ayansan, which means this is not super duper efficient. Be that as it may, that just simply means that I have had C6 Ayansan for a lot longer than a lot of other people have C6 Ayansan, because one of the chief critiques of the phrase Ayansan's better than Bennett is that, oh well, not a lot of people have Ayansan, or rather not a lot of people have C6 Ayansan, which is a fair point. Doesn't stop the fact that C6 Ayansan is still better than Bennett. But, or rather C6 Symphonist Ayansan is still better than Bennett. That's all I'm saying. But now, with a Mawika rerun, who is also very popular, it means that there should be a lot more people, hopefully, who are able to successfully attain C6 Ayansan. But no matter, I'm going to go for EMILIE I have 20 pulls ready to go. I have 7 pity, chat. I have 7 whole ass pity. So let me just get ready for this. What is my luck for today? Let's have a look. Today's luck. Wait, where is it? Modest fortune. Okay. Okay, we got ourselves some modest fortune. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. If anything, like, that's usually kind of a good sign because I feel like there's always a bit of a reverse psychology in this. So, without further ado, let's pray. Oh, Hakushin, cause of this enchantment. In reverence, I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally. Give us the early EMILIE pull that we seek. Alright then. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. We're now at, let's just say 20 pity, just to keep things easy. 30. It would have been hilarious if she came a lot earlier, but okay, whatever. 30 is 30. And from the heavens it doth rain. 40. 50. The bell. 60. Okay, now we're into soft pity. 70. Still? 80. And it's a 50-50. Oh, okay, it's a 50-50 as well. Okay, here we go. Sack frags. Yeah, I'm not feeling this, chat. I'm not feeling this. Listen, I'll take it. I always do like Tignari. A Tignari constellation is a win for me. Okay. God damn it. Okay, we got ourselves a Tignari constellation. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I believe I am one step close. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. C5 Tignari. Okay, granted the C5 and C5 Tignari is completely worthless, but still, C5 Tignari. God damn it, man! I wish Hoyo would like retroactively adjust some constellations of the older characters, because man, C5 Tignari, the C5 in C5 Tignari is genuinely so horrendous. Like, it's actually completely useless. Alright. We're basically starting from scratch. Here we go. Nice. 10. 20. 30. Really? Alright, there we go. We're done. 40.
Hello, my name is Emily. Is your inquiry perfume related by any chance? If your inquiry is of a different nature, I suggest we find a quieter place to talk.
Hello, Emily. Toby Bito Dev. Hey, how's it going? Alright, we're done. And we got a Yaoyao in there as well. Nice. Okay, we're done. Honestly, if I had to go any further, I probably would have lost it. That was getting close. That was getting close to making me lose it. Alright, we're done. I have an Emilie build pretty much ready to go. In fact, I should be able to fast equip. If I were... Oh. Never mind. So, let's see. Let's just set the filter to Reverie. Okay, so we have ourselves a crit damage hat. I'll grab the Dendro cup in a sec. We have an attack sand that I actually made. We have a pretty decent looking feather. My alternatives are kind of all over the place, but we have a pretty decent looking feather. And then we have this here, like, crazy ass flower. And then finally, there is this, which is a pretty solid looking Dendro cup. Now, let's level her up. I won't be able to fully level her up yet because I'm missing boss materials. So we are going to go and farm those boss materials in a second as well. But Emilie is a character that I can play while farming those boss materials, so we do like that. Alright, now we need 3. Okay. One team that we can play with Emilie right from the jump is Burnload Cloran.
I'm quite flattered.
With, like, I don't know, Eon Sun, why
Anyone need a
not?
coach?
Anyone need a coach?
Time to get down to business.
Oh, let's also level up Emilie's skill to as high as possible because I'm gonna double 8 her talents. Her ult as well. Alright. Now let's go and farm her boss materials, which is down here. Okay.
Neutralize! Faster! Stronger! Let's...
Time to testify.
Wakula! Ha! Quick as a flash! Form first!
Move it.
Okay, I screwed up that Eon Sun attack.
Pure anarchy.
A little ambiance!
Little ambiance. Ah!
Look alive!
Control breathing.
On my mark!
Evil looks into the shadows.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to go for like the alt every rotation type Emilie gameplay or if I want to just play the alt every other rotation type Emilie gameplay. I don't really know. Chat, what do you guys reckon? I mean, as much as I would like to be able to alt every rotation, the amount of ER that you need for that is like pretty high, I think. Somewhat high. And I'm only going to play her in solo Dendro teams for the most part. So it's not like I can alleviate that any further. I don't know, chat.
Wakula! Ha! Reconstitute!
Wait, am I using TF? I'm using TF, aren't I?
You asked for it. Russian floral. Faster, stronger. Start.
Meant to use Chloride's ult! Yeah, I'm using TF. My bad. My bad, chat. My bad. So we need 20. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're not keeping that.
Let's get it on. Quick as a flash. On my mark. Shadows. This'll brighten up the place. You're dead meat. Control breathing. Let's ready.
Where's your lamp? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Transient. Okay, few more to go.
Faster, stronger. Start the evil rose. Shoot on into the shadows. A little ambiance. Control breathing. Let's move. Moving.
Alrighty. Actually, I'm curious. Am I getting a Dendro damage bonus from... Am I running scroll on the outside? No, I'm not running scroll on the outside. Oops. Maybe that would be a good idea, Kate. Maybe that would be a good idea. Alright. Let's drop like 3 of these. I have so many of them right now. Hello? What's this? Well, well, well. What do we have here? I'm not rolling this any further, chat. I'm not rolling it any further. That first roll already pretty much took me right out of it.
Extract! Faster! Stronger! On my... Time to testify. The shadows. This will brighten up the place. Look alive! Hi! Control breathing. Let's move! Ready.
Okay, let's play a different team. What other team would I play? Oh! Molani. Where are you? Oh my god, where are you?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Let's get Emily.
I'm quite flattered.
Get... I think I'll stick to the higher. Yeah, I think I'll stick to the higher.
Got a job for me?
Neutralize! Let's ride! Amazing! Check this out! That's the run! Fresh and floral.
You asked for it. Hear the echoes of the valley.
Carving wave. That's up. Raise them all. Let's shred.
Let's shred, Sharky! Okay, different team. Try something else. Geosupremacy.
Archon reporting for battle.
Oh hell, why not?
It would be my honor.
Sure, this works. Ugh. Okay, 2 more rounds to go.
Burn it down!
Let the mountain flames boil.
Emily is not a feck character. As a direct result of that, this team doesn't make any sense. Because Emily's not a feck character, therefore,
I'm all warmed
there is
up.
no such thing as support Shillinen. Oops. My bad. My bad. Alright, let's just go back to playing let's just go back to playing quick burn load Emilie. Quick burn load Cloran rather. Screw it, let's go for some more DPS.
Anytime?
Anytime, any place.
On my mark.
Hunt them down. Into the shadows.
Probably should have popped my weakest ult because I'm like overcapping on the fighting spirit right now.
A little ambiance.
Wrath from the sky! Incinerate!
Try it. Quick as a flash. Start them. Reconstitute.
Ready.
Well, that was weird. Alright. One more round to go.
Extract.
Rise with the sun!
Let's
Hang
move.
on, do I get Pyro, Electro, and not Dendro? Oh, that's lame.
Fresh and floral.
Light of the blazing sun! Switching gears. Burn it down!
Loaded.
Faster. Stronger. Start.
Into the shadows.
Well, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping to get that, I was really hoping to get a Dendro buff in there. That changes everything. So a yarn sign can't use scroll on the Dendro. Ugh. Well, that just gives me more reason to just run defensive instead. Like, the higher.
I got you, boss.
Yeah, just... Whoop! Run! Run! Get out of there! Ooh. If that's the case... I mean, let's have a look. If that is in fact the case. What can we do?
Coach will take it from here. Ha! This'll brighten up the place. Quick as a flash. On my mark.
Ah, there we go. There we go. That'll do it. And so with that, we have both. We have pyro. We have a pyro damage bonus. We have a dendro damage bonus, and we have an electro damage bonus. Okay. Thank you, Ian-san. That's why you are the goat.
Neutralize. They're dead meat. Buckle up. Hi. Let's move.
That's why Ian-san is the goat. The goat! The goat! Which kind of kills the point of having C1. No, not C1. It kind of kills the point of having C2. At least the first half of C2 it becomes completely worthless. Because you'll still need to do the kick afterwards. But hey, we got what we have. So there we go. Now hang on. Mawika is a little bit faster than Dahaya though. Am I gonna get cucked by running Mawika
Ready
instead?
to ride.
You know, it's possible that I get completely cucked by running Mawika instead. Let's run out.
Let's ride.
Russian floral. Control breathing. Start the clock.
Loaded.
No, that should work.
Light it up.
Extract. Here. On my mark.
Hunt them down. Ready.
Okay. Now let's just fully level up Emilie. Alright, there we go. So, we have ourselves an Emilie with 2200 attack, 80 crit rate, 243 crit damage. And we have a... Hey? How come? Oh, I must have screwed up earlier. And we have a, yeah, and we have a Dendro cup. So there we go. So there we go, chat. There we go. I think if anything, yeah, I think if anything, Iansan's gonna feel a lot better in like a team in, let's say, something like...
Want me to come along?
Ooh, hang on.
I'm quite flattered.
Something like this.
Lay to bear.
This'll brighten up the place. Start the clock.
The wind knows me.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my... Transfixed.
Reconstitute. Quick as a flash. Let's move. Russian floral.
Booyah. Did I just use Emilie's ult?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, did I level up her? Okay, cool. Level 8. I have 4 mil. Why do I have 4 mil? Should I just double 9 her talents instead? I didn't even I didn't even like pre-farm to go double 9. I think I can. Uh-oh. Kate's doing that thing again where he's just over-investing in characters. Ruh-roh. Oh, just go all the way, come on. I think I'm going to... Screw it, let's double 9 her. Double 9 her. Screw it. Why not? Why not? Why not? I have more to burn. Now I need to pre-farm for maybe an Effa. I don't know. Nah, like, I think... Let me think. In these teams, I'm kind of thinking the team I might play...
Got a job for me?
Would be something like this. Where the goal is to just basically try and, like, defeat really annoying things like Lava Dragon with the burning reaction as much as possible. I mean... Just theoretically I could just...
I'm all warmed up.
Just theoretically I could do this.
Overrule.
Let's get it on!
For first. Start the clock.
Control breathing!
On my mark. Extract.
So, okay, so Emily's supposed to do more damage against enemies that are burning. She doesn't snapshot. So her damage is mainly just like the crazy off-field stuff.
Transfixed. Reconstitute. Faster. Stronger. Start the clock.
Uh-oh.
A little ambiance. Neutralize.
Lots off!
Overruled.
Let me think, what am I missing here? I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. Each time it collects 2 cents, the level 2 Lubiduce case will consume cents and release something that deals AoE Dendro damage equal to 600% of Emily's attack. Okay. I am running 4-piece Reverie, right? Yeah, I am running 4-piece Reverie. I have 80 and nearly 243. Am I tripping balls, or does it seem like she's not doing as much damage as I thought she would?
Everlasting as the moon!
What am I missing here? Are there any Emily mains in the chat who may be able to lend some thoughts and ideas? I've got double pyro, so I've got pyro resonance going on, so that's not the issue. I've got a Yansan, but Emily can't snapshot buffs, so that's also not the issue. What in the tarnation is going on?
Lay to bear. Buckle up. Ha! Extract. Controlled breathing. On my mark. Look alive! Hi! Reconstitute! Quick as a flash! Start the clock!
I guess that's what she does, huh? 10k, 15k hits. Is that normal? Maybe I'm just tripping and like too used to, let's say, Mademoiselle Cabaletta doing like 40k damage, or my Yai Miko turret doing upwards of 20k damage. Am I just, I don't know, am I just doing something wrong, or? I mean, I'm pretty sure she's doing... I mean, hang on. I mean, for starters, should be doing more damage than Nahida in a team like this. Hell, in a team like this, Nahida straight up needs like, let me see. Nahida just straight up needs someone to actually do reactions in order for her to even attack multiple times. So it's like, no matter what, I think she's gonna be doing more damage than Nahida. Let me just double check.
Overruled. This may hurt a little. Controlled breathing. Let's move!
One with nature.
As one with wind and cloud.
There was a spread. I did see a spread in there that did like a lot of damage. What the hell was that? Am I tripping balls?
Quick as a flash! On my mark!
Clouds high.
The birds call.
Wind strike.
22k. Why is my Nahida doing more
Witness my
damage per hit anyway? Why is my Nahida doing more damage per hit? What's going on? What am I missing? What am I missing, chat? What am I missing? I'm a little bit confused.
Time to get down to business.
Surely deathmatch is good. Surely deathmatch is good. I know my Nahida is like very overinvested, but like or am I just looking at splats and not looking at like overall damage, overall DPS? I guess Emily attacks faster.
harder! Transfix! Extract! Faster! Stronger! Start them! Buckle up! This'll brighten up the place!
There's the 30k. Oh, 12ks, 10ks.
Everlasting as the moon!
12ks and 10ks. But Emily does more damage against enemies who are... Emily deals increased damage based on her attack, with every 1,000 attack increasing damage dealt by 15%. Should I be using attack? Wait. No. Wait, should I be using attack cups then? No, right? No shot. No shot! Oh, right, that's +1. Wait, huh? Oh god, that Dendro cup has like such low rolls and crit rate. Ew.
Staring into my eye. This is elegant.
So against enemies who are in fact burning, 2,000. I have 2,000. Hang on. 2.685 times 50. Oops. 2.685 times 15 is 40%. Okay, so I've overcapped on the attack. I've overcapped on attack. Whereas if I were to use the Dendro... Oh, this... Yeah, you know what? The more I look at it, the more I don't like it. Yeah, I might as well use this one, actually. Nah, it's a bit shit. I don't have any... Yeah, I really don't have any good Dendro cups, huh? I just realized this is like low roll is crazy. God damn. Okay, sure. 2.395. Have I already overcapped on 2.395 times 15 is 35. Oh, okay, so I'm already dangerously close to capping anyway. Okay. So that's not gonna make a huge difference. Fine, I'll take the ER.
I can't promise you'll like.
What am I missing? What am I missing? I know what I'm missing. I know what I'm missing. Okay, can I get an HP? Right, I guess? Or hell, just HP. Can I get a deep wood build here? ER, maybe HP, I guess. That's really all that matters. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to have an actual build. But HP, and... Okay. Balls, I don't have... So now I need to find a deep wood. Deep wood hat that I'm not using. Healing? Okay. I mean, no. Okay, I can hold on to that. Or do I have a Dendro, or do I have a cup that I'm not using? Nope. Okay, cool. Okay. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Hiya!
Transfix. Hi! Reconstitute! Quick as a flash! On my mark!
68?
Laid bare. Look alive! Neutralize! Control breathing!
60. Okay, that's what I was missing. Okay. Okay, so I was just missing someone running Dendro, someone running Deepwood. Okay, that's going to make things tricky. It does mean that I'll probably just need to farm a Deepwood build for the hire.
This is where overruled. Let's get it on! Buckle up! Extract! Faster! Stronger! Start the fresh and floral!
Okay. So I just need... So, okay, so... Moral of the story is Farmer Deepwood said for, Farmer Deepwood said for, the hire. Okay. Okay. Now we're playing with fire. Now we're talking. Who would have thought having someone being able to give you res shred is actually a really, really good idea. Wow. Who'd have bloody thought? Oh. Just use this, who cares? Whoa, hold up. A crit rate hat might actually go really hard right now. Do I have one chillin'? Balls.
What could the children be up to?
Balls, I do not. Okay.
Never mind.
Okay, all I really need is just a crit rate hat. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's make this. This thing's cool. Have I already...
If you ever
Chuck that over there. Smug Paimon thing. Oh, they'll see. Doriko. Oh. Flower cabbage. Put that over there. Wow, that's huge. Okay.
this realm
Oh, there it is. Sure, I'll grab it.
if you ever
Nope, that's not it. Okay. Because I think you can actually just... You can make it spin! Hello, Stelxy. Okay. Alright, I think with that, there's only a couple of things to do tonight, and then I might call it a day. This is not going to be a super duper long stream. I kind of figured I would really just be streaming to grab Emily, build Emily, and then just move on. Wait, what? Oh, that's... Okay, oh, that's creepy. Okay. What is this? Category requires phone verification. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to chat in my chat, you're gonna need phone verification. The reason why is because I keep getting spammed by, you know, those like spam accounts who are like, get more viewers today by botting the crap out of your channel. See this, chat? This is Venti's constellation. Doesn't it look familiar? One sec. Yeah, yeah. Looks like Istaroth, doesn't it? Chat, it looks like Istaroth. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, it's not by accident. It's not by accident. Actually, you know what? Let's pause farming. Let's pause farming this for now. And let's actually just farm Deepwood. All I need is a crit rate hat with some... All I need is a good looking crit rate hat and we're good to go. Alright, not about Ikomasho. Ooh, actually. Different approach. Different approach. Let me see if I can play on field Emilie. On field Emilie. Okay. So, what we're gonna do is...
I'm all warmed
and
up.
I do need Kaz.
Alright, let's head off.
Let's do this.
Reconstitute.
Hello?
You are not welcome.
Control breathing. Let's look alive.
Game's having an aneurysm.
Now you're testing my patience. Will meet again.
Game is having an aneurysm. It wasn't even like I was going through some network lag or anything. The game just straight up had an aneurysm. Not having a good day at all.
Extract.
You are not welcome here.
Stronger. Start. Buckle up.
One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
This will brighten up the place.
Run!
Now you're testing my patience. Will meet again.
I don't even know what kind of damage I was doing with Emilie. I actually have no idea what damage I was even doing with Emilie. Don't need to use Kaz's ult though. Don't need to use Kaz's ult.
Reconstitute.
You are not welcome.
On my mark. I'm getting look alive.
Into the wind.
Fresh and floral.
Will meet again.
Just keep running with Emilie. Don't even bother doing normal attacks at that point. Don't even bother doing normal attacks. Just keep running with Emilie. We're good to go.
Control breathing. Start them. Let's get it on.
The wind knows me.
I'm getting
Again.
neutralized. Let's buckle up. This will brighten up the place. I'm getting
Run!
Will again.
Or maybe don't run. I mean, it seems like jogging is fine. Alright, last one.
on my hook. Look alive.
One with nature.
A little obvious.
Run!
Will meet again.
Is that good damage, chat? Is that good Emilie damage? Okay, not entirely ideal, but let's roll that HP cup and hope it's good. Oh, actually no, it could be good. Actually, you know what? No, this could potentially be good for Baiju. I could potentially use this on Baiju and we'll see what happens. Okay, not when it rolls flat attack, Hoyo. Okay, what am I losing out on Baiju if I roll this instead? If I run this instead? Yeah, I'm running this on Baiju. Okay, I'll just run it on Baiju and move on with my life. Okay, cool, awesome. What's my Baiju crit rate? 52? Yeah, that's fine. That's plenty. Baiju crit rate 52, plenty. ER is still 173. I have C1, that's plenty, I think. So I can use this instead. I can then use whatever crit rate hat I want. Turn off the filter. Pick. This is a crit rate hat, ladies and gentlemen, and that looks pretty good to me. So I now have 57 one. Ooh. How come? What's going on? Okay. Oh hell, do I really not have any? Ooh, okay, let's swap this around then. Too much for right now? No. Okay. This way. You know what? It's fine, whatever. You know what? It's fine. It's obviously nothing amazing, nothing spectacular, nothing like that. Kaido Strike, hey, how's it going? But you know what? At this point, I'm not even running Bloody Vortex cautious anymore, so it's like... I'll do what I can with the highest damage, but like, I'm not expecting anything amazing at this point, you know? I'm not even really expecting a whole lot out of... not C4 the higher yet. Right. What am I grinding for in this team? Specifically a better looking Deepwood build for the higher. That's it. I know you don't need anything in particular, you just need to have an actual 4 pieces and you're good to go, but like... I'm the kind of guy who wants to like at least get something nice, and... It's not amazing, but it'll probably do for now. I like Skirk. You main Skirk? Nice. Yeah, Skirk's really good. I think Skirk's a lot of fun. I imagine then you went all the way with Skirk, i.e. you went for Escoffier. You're playing Skirk in exclusively mono freeze. You're doing all of that good stuff.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
This is actually not a bad idea, honestly. Oh, there is one thing I do want to double check. Okay. Chat, I want to introduce you to Forward Vape Duvalette. Forward Vape Duvalette.
Ready to ride.
We gotta make sure that this works. If you play Skirk wrong, then you do less damage. That is not true. Kaido. That is actually not true. And I will show you what I made in a second. In fact, I've actually got this documented in a video on YouTube if you wish to have a look at that in the future. Okay. Okay. Hold on, let me just go through this real quick. Nope. Let's go through that. I mean, use the wrong team? Well, that's what I mean. That is not strictly true. Whoa! We're rolling that, we're rolling that, we're rolling that, we're rolling that. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Oh no, it's for the hire. Okay, it's for the hire. I will take whatever I can. She needs Escoffier. Well, as always, need is a strong word. Welcome to the Katagari channel. You do not need anyone per se. You would probably really like to have someone. That I agree with. But do you need Escoffier? Probably not. Fucking Christ. Okay. Where's my Dahlia? How could you deal more damage if you don't have her? You just have to make do. You just... Look, I'm not telling you... I'm not about to show you something that does more damage despite not having Escoffier. That's not what I'm doing. Okay? That's not what I'm doing. I am just saying... In fact, the point I was going to try and make is that without Escoffier, things get a little bit freaky. And that is why you come to that is why you come to a Katagari stream. The Katagari stream is precisely where you will learn that things can get a little bit weird. Oh, okay, I might as well just use this. Screw it, why not? 51. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Because if you were to say something as definitive as if you are not playing Skirk,
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
correctly, you do less damage. Well, you will find that that kind of gets betrayed by some of the options that I like to advocate for. Example.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Transfiguration. Cryo incarnate. Say cheese. Mine to wait.
81,000 something damage. So here, if you miss her Two-Face ult... Yeah, I wish I could... That's the one thing I don't like about Skirk, is that I don't really ever find myself using Skirk's proper ult all that much. Maybe at the very start of like a chamber, sure, but like before it, outside of that, not really. Not really. Yeah. So with Charlotte being a proper team, 81,500 damage.
Busted. Here comes the catch. Shoot! Take your true form. By ordinance divine. Faster, stronger. Let's extinguish. Mine to wield.
Hang on, why am I doing this? Hold up. Something ain't right. Katagari's breaking his entire perspective. What did I do wrong? No, it wouldn't have been death.
Merciless. Things are about to get dicey. My will embodied. Cryo incarnate. Control breathing. Start the flow.
That didn't crit! 85k. There we go. We're doing more damage. Okay, sorry. My point is, it turns out that you can potentially do more damage even with the wrong elements, provided you are talking about the correct characters. Ian-san on the team ends up resulting in Skirk doing more damage than Charlotte on the team. Did you know that? Have you considered that? Now, obviously, you don't... I'm not telling you to actively use Ian-san, but... I'm just saying. you know, it's not as cut and dry as a lot of people make it out to be. At the end of the day, obviously, I won't.
Let's get this interview
Because
started.
now I'm kind of getting addicted to this team.
Hopes for this journey.
But if Escoffier is part of the team, then, and only then, it is actually very cut and dry. I'm pretty sure with Escoffier on the team, there is no way you do more damage without exclusively running Mono Freeze. Pretty sure there's no possible way of, like, outperforming Mono Freeze Skirk with, like, some random element on it. But without Escoffier, ooh, there are ways. Alright, now, I was going to just try... I just wanted to show everyone this team. This is the Forward Vape Devilet team. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. The question on my mind is, how well is this going to be second rotation? Forward Vape Devilet has always had a problem, especially with, like, Shillinen, as opposed to, like, a cryo character, maintaining the 3 stacks of thingamajig, which is kind of what makes yeah, that's not gonna work at all. We're only gonna get 1 stack. 2 stacks. Should be 2 stacks. PG. Yansan is a girl. Kaido. Yansan is a girl. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. There we go.
Let's ride.
Alright, here we go.
Bow your head.
Great names echo.
Neutralize.
Pyroclastic surge. Full throttle.
This will brighten up the place.
Settle down. Be sanctified.
Will Arlecchino and Escoffier get a rerun? Yeah, surely. Arlecchino is a bit of a cash cow. I would be shocked if Arlecchino doesn't get a rerun. Escoffier... Well, I'd be surprised if Escoffier gets the Shenhe treatment and ends up not getting a rerun for 3 years. No, I think Escoffier will get a rerun soon. Arlecchino, maybe not as soon. That's going to be a bit trickier to figure out. But I don't see a reason why they don't both get reruns this year.
Bow your head.
Well, between now and the end of this year, there is something called Not Fry.
Light up the blazing sun. Try and stop me.
And I think Hoyo has a propensity to reroll popular characters at the start of a year, i.e. at the start of a patch cycle. So I feel like this I feel like it's possible this year. I feel like it's entirely possible this year because Nodcry will come out around August, which means there's still like the better part of half a year left. And like, if you think about who showed up in at the later half of let me have a look. Who showed up as a rerun in the later half of last year? Oh look. Timeline. Okay, so oh, that doesn't help. Database. Character reruns. Ah, here we go. Character reruns. That's not helpful. Okay. 4.0. We had a Linny rerun? Seriously? Okay, we had Lit A? 4.0. Sorry, 5.0. That was silly. Mola, we had Kaz. We had Hu Tao, we had Nahida, we had Chiori.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine.
Wait, hold on. What?
I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
Wait, where's Kinich? Oh, Kinich is all the way down here. What the hell? Okay, yeah, so we had, Wait, why Chiori? Wait, where did Chiori come from? Okay, no, so we had... Okay, this graph is really confusing to read. There was a Kaz rerun, there was a Raiden rerun. You know, there was a Raiden rerun. But that she's an Archon, so fair enough. There was a Kaz rerun, we had a Hu Tao Nahida rerun, we had a Lini Nouvellette rerun, we had the 5.3... Oh, 5.3 was when Malwika came out. Okay, so 5.3 being like the start of the year was the infamous Arlecchino Clorant rerun where everyone's wallets were drained. But before that, there was a Nouvellette rerun. There was a Nouvellette rerun in 5.2. Popular characters are likely to get reruns
Water comes
like
in many flavors
in the later half of the year anyway. So I think based entirely off that, I think it's entirely possible that there's an Arlecchino Escoffier rerun. You shouldn't need the best team if you have all the good teams, but not level up yet and have a good weapon artifact. You can do it far. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Well, I mean, that being said, though, Stygian Onslaught exists, so you know that's at least there's at least a couple of compelling reasons to try and get the best team. But like, I don't know. I'm honestly... Hang on, I'm reading... Let me read this, What's the current banner? Malwika, Emilie, or rather it's an Janssen banner. It's an Janssen banner, CC... What the hell? What kind of... How do you want me to pronounce this name? CC3300... I don't know.
But
Coco?
I also see the meaning in all the endeavors
I read that and I'm just thinking, well, I'm not going to call you Cuckoo, so what am I going to call you? Coco?
Take pride in fulfilling my duties.
I'm honestly surprised with the Pale Star Edict being what it is. It changes all of our assumptions. We did think Nordcry were allies to Snezhnaya, so it made no sense to me why they are attacking. Why are they attacking? So I assumed that it was in fact something Abyss related. However, it makes sense that they are attacking now because somehow, for some reason, the Keeper's got Columbina. Whether Columbina is helping them or not, or it might be all part of the Tories' plans. I think the Shades it's very self-explanatory if you already know the lore, but at least now we know what happened to Asmodee since she seemed absent. The Rheindotter thing is like a situation that sounds horrible, but it turns out to be halfway fine. The Shades just have to babysit her so that it doesn't cause problems now that Gold is sane again. Yeah, true. The Fatui wheel is back on the table for two... Yes, okay. That was a comment on the reaction video. There is a chance the Heavenly Principles is male. Yeah, okay. Lore. Gets everyone excited. Coconut, you reckon? Kokonatsu Miruku?
Be sure to be
Kokonatsu Miruku wa daisuki desu ka?
no harm.
I have a good character but not level 90. You don't have to level 90 most characters. Attack scalers theoretically can stay at level 80 and they're fine. Well, not even theoretically. I have a bunch of attack scalers who I've left at level 80. Not Malwika. Not Malwika, though. I like Navia, but I've kept her at level 80. I don't like Ayaka, actually, so I've kept her at level 80. I like Varessa, I've kept her at level 80. I like Molani. She's an HP scaler and I've kept her at level 80. Okay, sorry, that's a lie. I don't not like Molani, let me be clear. I don't not like Molani, but I don't like Molani enough to actually just max her out right now. Yoimi is fine, but I've left her at level 80. I don't care about Hu Tao, so I've left her at level 80. Ditto with PMC. Who else have I left at level 80? I like Fischl. I've kept her at level 80. I don't care. I like Gumming, sort of. I left him at level 80. I like Xinyan. I've left her at level 80. Amber terrifies me. And then I have a bunch of characters who are level 70 and I don't care. Okay, yeah. But anyway. There is one thing I want to do. One other thing, and then we're going to call it a night. We're going to go to Inazuma. Oops, we're going to go here. We're going to swap to Japanese.
I got you, boss.
Thanks, boss. One sec, let me just swap back to Japanese. Do you level all the team members to 80 at once, or do you take it one step at a time and focus on one person? One by one. I mean, I've been playing the game for so long now that I really do just go one by one. Whenever there's a new character that I like, that's the next one. For everything else, it kind of just is what it is. You know? Did I win the 5,500? Nope, I lost. Well, actually, no. Technically, I won. Technically, I won, but I lost. But I actually won. Arguably, I won harder than I lost. Because the 50-50 on soft pity, like 80 pulls, yielded me a Tignari constellation. Arguably the most useless of the Tignari... Well, actually, not even arguably. Objectively the most useless of the Tignari constellations. But I am one step closer to C6ing him. Ooh. Ooh. Which means... by the time Nod Cry? Yeah, by the time Nod Cry comes out, guaranteed C6 Tignari. I either get C6 Tignari before, which is unlikely because I'm still 50-50 about whether or not I want to get Inetfa, or I just grab C6 Tignari from Thingo and just move on with my life. I mean, yeah, we'll just see what happens. Okay, what was I talking about? Right. これは日本語ですか? はい、そうです. Do you... I work for a living. There we go. Alright, Hazel! どうしたの?
思った以上に狡猾だね。でも、
Yeah, I'm totally free to play. Yeah, exactly, I'm free to play. I'm super relatable. I'm super relatable, Chad. I'm a free-to-play character. I'm a free-to-play player with C6 Symphonist Ian-san. So when I say that C6 Ian-san is better than Bennett, you bet your ass C6 Ian-san is better than Bennett, and you should go all the way for C6 Ian-san, especially because you're free-to-play. I'm not free-to-play. I haven't been free-to-play for a very long time. But I'm not like actively going for every single character. I only go for the ones that I care about, and that's basically it. Emilie happens to be a character that I now care about enough. But I'm not going out of my way for constellations, except for like 4 stars. Except for specifically C6 Chevrolet and C6 Iansan so far. 40 a month? I don't even keep track with that. Are is that it? How is Sayu involved in this then? Oh my god. I've been wanting to do Sayu's anecdote for so long. And people are like, yeah, in order to do Sayu's anecdote, you need to finish Hazel's anecdote. And I'm like, huh? How are they related? And right up until now, I'm still asking, how are they related? And of course, the big question on my mind, why is Dory here? Ah, Dory! It's like, why is Dory here? The small 3, ladies and gentlemen. The small 3. Alright. Sayu, Dory, どうしたの?
なるほどなるほど。一人やくつぼに変えるような忍術はないというわけですわね。でも人の背丈ほどのやくつぼというのもインパクト。
What is going on?
本当か？だがその人具を作るにはすごく時間がかかる。とても面倒なのだ。
Okay. 捕まえた。 Please tell me Dory VA is also on strike. I don't know. I think so. Generally speaking, most of the Sumeru cast is, I think, on strike until recently. Seno's come back. I think Tinglani's still on strike. Tinglani's still on strike. Candace is still on strike. Al-Haytham, I think, is still on strike. Cole is definitely still on strike. I think Dory's still on strike. I don't know. I actually don't know. Dory, nani o shiteru?
買い物中にドリーと出会ったのだが、引き止められてしまった。
広
告を取るのを手伝えと、先ほどからしつこいのだ。
そうなの？嘘でしょ？
早口すぎて、口を挟む隙もない。お菓子や飲み物もおごってくれたから、仕方なく、ずるずると話を聞いていたのだ。
Oh my god. This is like a classic Japanese scam. Buy someone a lot of things, make them feel like they're in your debt, and then just scam the crap out of them. Dory!
この霊薬は偉大なる産業ハベイ様のお宝の中でも最新にして最高の一品でしてよ。
Dory?
さあこちらの絶対楽々背が伸びる超すごい霊薬よくご覧くださいまし。
これはまあ。Yeah, it's a very long ass name, Dory. You may want to work on that. UAMT. Wait. Uamt. No, never mind.
あらそれは最近のお客様方がせっかちすぎるせいですわ。
I mean, Dory's right.
説明書も読まなければ。
We don't have the time or the energy for that.
こうともしませんの。まあ、わかります。わかりますよ。わかりますけどね。だから飛躍の効果を名前に詰め込むしかなかったのです。ちょっと長いですが、わかりやすい名前じゃありません。確かに良さそうだが、節はモラを持っていない。
Oh no! What?
お小遣いはすべてミコ姉さんが
Wait,
管理
what?
している。
それはダメです。違う。ミコ姉さんは本当に節の代わりに管理してくれているだけなのだ。 Oh, okay.
お金が必要だと言えばちゃんと返してくれる。
Okay, I hope that's the case, because that's sus.
以前、節は帳簿の付け方を知らなかったゆえ、お金を使いすぎていたのだ。毎月月末にはほぼ空っぽになっていた。
I wonder if so Sayu in English is actually voiced by Lily Pichu. I wonder if she's on strike. I actually don't know.
ミコ姉さんはそれを知って帳簿をつける手伝いを申し出てくれたのだ。そして節は一晩中計算を教え込まれた。
それで
最終的に節はへんてこなガラクタを買いすぎだと分かった。コマニアが届けた未開封の荷物が部屋にはいっぱい積まれていた。
Dory, did you sniff that out from... Did your senses somehow ring in your head being like, hang on, Sayu's exactly the kind of person who just buys random stuff. The perfect customer. The perfect customer for the most random ass items.
ミコ姉さんと一緒に開封をしてみたら、身長増長薬が5種類、栄養剤が6種類、靴や中敷きもいろんなのが出てきた。
Oh, poor Sayu. She just wants to get taller. She just wants to get taller, and here she is doing anything and everything for
だ
that.
からミコ姉さんが今月から宝録はひとまず彼女に預けて使うときに引き出すようにしたのだ。これで変なところに
Wait, hold on.
使うこともなくなる。
Even in this frame, it's terrifying how Dory is unironically somewhat taller than Sayu. Is Dory strong? She has like one team with Farina. There's... Okay, I would argue there's 1.5 teams. With Dory, there is specifically the Dory Quick Bloom team that works exclusively with C6 Dory, where Dory is like 100% necessary. You can't replace her with anyone else, and that's with Farina. The other team is as much Hyper Bloom as you can Dory, which is a funny ass team. It's a funny team. It's possible. You can do it with like Tortellini and 2 Dendro off-fielders, preferably. And as long as enemies are like grouping up around you, then Dory unironically ends up being the strongest Hyper Bloom character in the game. Because her lamp is, by definition, the fastest Electro hits. Not Electro app, but Electro hits. So, if you are able to generate enough bloom seeds per second that Dory's lamp can actually pop to all the damn time, she would actually be the strongest Hyper Bloom character in the game. By far. Well, yeah, by far. By far. But because we don't really have that kind of thing in place, unfortunately, it's not really something that you're going to come across all that much. But it is a funny thing to recognize as like something that exists.
忍者様、ではぜひそのみこさんにこのお薬が欲しいとお伝えいただければ。
I will say this though, if you're going up against Tulpa and you don't have Nilu, but you have Dory, and you don't want to put everyone on an EM build, you can put Dory on an EM build, and then you're playing triple Dendro Hyper Bloom Dory. Hey, you come to this stream, you get crazy ideas with that. It works, it's hilarious, it's not as strong as my Nilu, but that's because I have like that's because I have Ki. That tends to make a pretty solid difference. But look, I'm just saying, triple Dendro Dory is something that works against Tulpa. And only against Tulpa. Oh, and local Hydro Legends. Yeah. Works against Hydro Legends as well. Yeah, absolutely.
旅人、そうやって生きてしまうのはいただけなんですわ。私サングマハベ様が嘘つきだとでももちろん当然ですわ。商売においては私嘘をつきませんの。
嘘つきませんよ。
そんな目で私を見ないでくださいまし。ほらほら、私の出身地スメールにはナタの青い鳥もリーウェの白い鳥もいませんのよ。
You're not a cheater. You're not lying. Don't even think about using corny jokes to weasel out of this. Damn.
さすがは旅人。そういった知恵もお持ちなのですわね。仕方ありませんわ。今回は旅人の顔を立てて差し上げましょう。では忍者さん、こうするのはいかがかしら。
Okay. このオファーは何ですか？You weren't going to be able to sell it though, Dory. Sayu doesn't have cash on hand. Oh. これはいいですね。
よし、これですわ。
Short-term loss, long-term profit. That's the way it is. That's right. That's right, Dory.
市場さえこじ開けることができれば後からいくらでも取り戻せるんですもの。少なくとも広告撮影期間中は全て無料でお飲みいただいて結果です。
Dory, chill. If you want to make the sale, you gotta be chill.
それと旅人にも出血大サービス。こちらのお薬を無料体験として差し上げますわ。
Really? ありえない。
だが施設の身長で本当にその広告に出演できるのか？大丈夫ですわ。この広告を取るのに。
Well, the ad is supposed to be for a potion that makes you taller, so being short is fine.
忍術を使ってシューッと霊薬の壺に変化してシューッと爆発していただければ結構ですの。シューッとね。あ、シューッとね。
Yeah, she's not wrong. That's just how advertising is.
そして霊薬の壺を空からどんどん降らせれば見た人にとんでもないインパクト
What?
残せるに違いありませんわ。
Where is this? Where did this come from?
施設の忍術ではそんなことはできないのだが。
Dory, do you need to go to Fontaine? I'm sure there's like VFX artists in Fontaine. They can probably help you out.
心配どうもよ。今回はフォンテーヌの魔術師にも手伝ってもらいますからね。力を合わせて広告を撮影し、テイワット全土にこの霊薬の効果を
Oh my god! Wait, she managed to hire Linny?
なら休暇を取ってくる。うん。最近は頑張っていたから、ミコ姉さんも休暇を受理してくれるはず。
はあ。Wait, that we actually have that in our inventory now. What? Okay, sure. Okay, so Hoyo, I hope we get I hope we get closure on this.
Then I need to go ask for some time off.
Oh, there we go.
I've been working
Sayu is
so
voiced.
hard lately. She'll definitely approve it.
There we go. Okay. That's funny. I hope Hoyo gives us some closure then on this particular storyline. Does Sayu and Dory end up going to like Fontaine and talking to Linny to finish up the thing? How much did you I went 2x on the big. I went 2x on the big one.
This tiny frame is what my genetics gave me.
Yeah.
All my strength comes from.
That's how much it took. 2x on the big one. Deathmatch? Yeah, deathmatch. Deathmatch, it's R5, yeah. Even with deathmatch, I have like 2.2k, so it's like, I think that should be fine. Get her. Well, remember, the only reason why I decided, the main reason why I decided to finally just put it down and get her is because, the bloody lava dragon really exposed that huge gaping hole in, like, what I can do. That was really it. Oh, speaking of that bloody thing, let's try and fight it again. Because it's like, when I try to fight it with a team that at least can handle the mechanics of the lava dragon well, it just felt like absolute garbage trying to actually fight the lava dragon like that, because it's like, damn, nobody is really getting any serious advantage fighting lava dragon, so that was super lame. Okay, so if I were to try and fight the lava dragon now, I could do maybe, yeah, maybe do something like this. And so at least now with the burning damage, Emilie is popping off.
Light it up!
Reconstitute! Step aside! Let's move!
Pyroclastic surge! Rev the end!
Neutralize!
Control breathing!
Start the clock!
Light of the blazing sun!
Oh no, no Dendro race.
Try and stop me!
This will brighten up the place!
Bring it!
Faster! Stronger! Let's...
Pyroclastic surge! Rev the end!
Reconstitute! Quick as a flash!
On my mark!
Russian floral!
Light of the blazing sun!
Maybe I should have waited until a little bit later to pop Emilie's ult.
Stop! Extract!
Wrath from the sky! Full throttle!
This will brighten up the place!
But yeah, without a doubt, like Emilie's gameplay is like so like outstandingly straightforward, which is why I found her boring at the start. Like the reason why I didn't think that Emilie was all that interesting at the start when she first came out was her gameplay not terribly interesting at the end of the day, and then the burning reaction was like meaningless. These days, her gameplay is still not all that engaging, but at least the burning reaction is a little bit more interesting now. You know? The burning reaction is actually interesting enough for like Molani, Lava Dragon, Abyss Shields. They're annoying enough. Quick Burn. So, you know, I've actually found at least enough. At least I feel like I found, theoretically, we'll find out as I continue to play with her. I feel like I found enough excitement to at least warrant potentially getting her. Obviously, your mileage may vary. So, you know, really up to you. For you, Gasty How, you have,
Would you mind
and you are a Risley player, so Burn Melt is also an option. You know, Burn Melt is also something that you can play. I mean, I could do the same thing with Aloy. You know, Burn Melt is an option as well. So... something to think about. You don't really play Risley that much? Oh, okay, well, there we go. Well, there goes that idea then. Okay, I'd be shocked if I can actually... I'd be shocked if I could actually, like, even clear this in time. Yeah, I'd be shocked if I can clear this in time, but let's see what we can do. Okay, so... I think the solution would have to be Quick Burn. Quick Burn with 3F per round. Maybe. 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 This is outright better. This is outright slightly better, right? Yeah, it is outright slightly better. Okay, cool. Yep. Okay, cool. Skibbity boom. Oh, no. Sorry. There we go. Okay, I'm thinking if I run the higher with who I right now have a Deepwood build on, then I think I can potentially... Where are you? Sarah, where are you? Oh, here you are. I think I can potentially get away with something like this. And then here we can try and actually play... Oh, god damn it. Chevreuse... Okay. The problem is I think I'm still going to get bottlenecked by this last one, so I think I'm still going to get cooked by the last one. But... let's ignore Tulpa for now. The only one I really want to test is whether or not I can potentially beat this in time. Maybe? Maybe? Hopefully? I don't know.
Let's get it on! Into the shadows.
Did I even get the bloody thing out? No, I didn't. That was dumb. That was dumb.
Look alive! Strike!
Reconstitute!
Ready. Quiver! Into the shadows. Let's get it on! Strike! No turning back! Neutralize! Here, time to test the ball. Ready.
Okay, in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have done that. That was a little bit dumb. That was dumb. I didn't use Sarah properly.
Into the shadows. Hunt them down.
Okay, let's drop that.
Strike! Glory to the Shogun!
Drop this.
Loaded.
Reconstitute!
Ready.
Oh, we're getting there.
Evil wings, shoot on sight. Flash! Storm the front! Wakula! Ha! Into the shadows.
This'll brighten up the place!
Strike! No turning back! Time to testify. Let's get it on! Flash!
Neutralize!
Ready. Hunt them down.
Not as close as I thought it was going to be. Well, rather not even remotely close. Swap out the hire for what, like Shangling? I mean, then I run into ER problems as always. Right now I have the hire on Deepwood. So that's what she's doing. She's doing the Deepwood thing so that Emily does more damage. If I swap out the hire for like... I mean, it'll be Toma. That's just as pointless. It would be Shangling, but then someone's not on Deepwood, and then I run into potentially Emily getting screwed over. Can I see... Oh, you mean Fischl instead of Sarah? Actually, yeah, you know what? Actually, you know what? Yeah, the reason why I like to run Sarah is only because I want Chlorine to do as much damage as possible. The reality is, in the grand scheme of things, Fischl should end up doing more damage because the thing is, Sarah doesn't buff Chlorine enough to overtake the extra damage from Fischl.
Reconstitute!
Let's get it on!
You know what?
Look alive! Extract!
Loaded.
It might be unironically just too much Electro with Fischl there. Like I'm losing burning uptime if anything. I'll just break that so that the resistance is reduced.
Neutralize! Odds revealed by...
Now let's go crazy.
Time to testify.
No rest for the wicked.
Fresh and floral!
Look alive!
Loaded.
Oh, crap.
Wings of darkness! Extract!
Evil looks. Shoot on sight. Let's get it on!
Reconstitute!
Now we just let the burning take out the res. Hang on. No, I don't. There's something I'm not liking about this. I'll try Toma. Okay, I'll try Toma. First off, let's put the hire back on this build. Next, we'll put Toma on. HB crit damage, I want to say. He can on-field some pyro. Well, yeah, well, or a PMC. That's another option. But I don't. Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to put PMC on bloody Deepwood, but anyway, doesn't matter. What the hell's going on here? Okay, cool. Oh, actually, the Tomar I care even less about his damage. So, how about we do this? Right, I think. Could use some more ER. Why do I not... Wait, shoot. Shoot. One sec. Where the hell did this come from? Alright, one sec. Full send. Full send. Fine. Whatever. Whatever! It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. me an ER. Give me something with ER and all that good stuff. Wowzers, I do not have that much I do not have that many ER stands just sitting around, do I? Or I use this. And... okay, I'll just go back to using this then. Screw it. Okay, fingers crossed this works. 도마, どこだ? Oh. You know what, Kate? If you're gonna build that much crit rate on Toma, maybe, here's a thought, dumbass. It might be a good idea to run Fav. Silly Billy. Oh, what's my Candace on now? Okay, can you go back to this, please? Thank you. Oh, goddamn. Okay. Alright, let's try this out.
Check this out.
Neutralize.
So as long as I don't break the pyro aura, I can continue the burning.
Supporting fire.
By royal decree.
Fire it up.
Into the shadows.
Unofficial.
Shadow Raven!
Don't get too close. I got you covered.
A little ambiance. Ready. Time to testify.
Fire it up.
Reconstitute.
Okay.
Check this out. Supporting fire.
Fresh and floral.
Midnight Phantasma.
No, I think I'm definitely doing this wrong.
Fire it up.
Extract. Into the shadows.
Insofar as... yeah, I think I'm definitely doing it wrong insofar as...
Here's backup.
Reconstitute.
yeah, no, I'm getting cooked by, the part where... what the hell was that? Yeah, I'm definitely getting screwed over by the part where, Thingo just doesn't work. Where I'm not attacking him during the other bits. Okay, we'll try a proper burning team then. The one that I would be doing would be... where's Father? It's so hard to find characters. Father... we'll put the high here, we'll get Kaz. Where's Kaz? Kaz and... you, and so now... Toma... I'm not gonna go back to this. Isn't he Hello Pyro Res until downed? Yeah, but like, you need the problem with attacking it while it's before it's downed is that the burning aura just disappears. The goal with this team is to basically try and down it as quickly as possible by having so many forms of pyro being used at the moment that it gets overwhelmed almost not instantly, but like it gets overwhelmed very quickly. That's the premise behind this team. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. Crit rate. I'm sorry, what? Okay, let's change this. Okay. Huh. Huh. That's... okay, that's surprisingly alright. Wait, as opposed to what? Oh, as opposed to that. I see. I see. Okay, let's just make do with that. Okay. Cool.
Transfix! Buckle up! Extract!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Neutralize! Look alive!
Laid bare. The wind knows me.
Fresh and floral!
Transfixed. Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
They're dead meat!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds...
This'll brighten up the place! Let's get it on!
Into the wind. One with wind and cloud.
Reconstitute!
Come on.
Laid bare.
Look alive!
The wind knows me.
Fresh and floral! Extract!
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds...
Reconstitute! Let's get it on!
See, closer. It's a lot closer. It was a lot closer. If only I had a, if only I had a pyro attack buffer. Maybe one day Hoyo will release a character like that. What do you guys reckon? Is it possible? It's possible. Let me think. Barring that, we can try and run. Shangling. See how that goes. Shangling's also very good at breaking the shield. It just means I don't have Deepwood, which means Emily's damage is going to suffer. But let's see what we can do.
Soba, get them! Neutralize!
The wind knows me.
Nice and spicy!
Deepwood Kaz?
Extract!
Well, at that point, someone's losing their res, and I think I would rather just Emily lose the Dendro res than both Arlecchino and Shangling lose the Pyro res.
Transfixed! Everlasting!
of this real quick.
Wind strike.
Into the fire.
Overrule.
You're toast.
Wind strike. Laid bare.
Nice and spicy.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves. Adorn my... Into the wind.
Fresh and
Is Kaz dead? Shoot, Kaz is dead! Oh no, Kaz is dead!
The wind knows me.
Get them. Neutralize.
One with nature.
You're toast.
Clouds high.
The birds come!
This will brighten up the place.
Overrule.
Into the fire. Nice and spicy.
Witness my
Shouldn't have done that.
As one with wind and cloud. Wind strike.
Okay, your turn.
Into the fire. You're toast.
transfixed.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Nice and spicy. This will brighten up
Your
the
turn. Your turn.
Loba, get them.
Laid bare as one with wind and cloud.
Aye.
Reconstitute.
Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
You're toast.
Jackie knife! Yeah, no, I can't do it. Oh, but we're getting close. We're getting closer. Look, we're getting closer, but I can't do it. It's fine. It's fine. Obviously, I don't need to do it because I'm still going to get cooked anyway by the bloody ice thing. And I think with that, we're going to call it a night because I actually want to go to the studio tomorrow. So I do need to wake up a little bit earlier than usual. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Hope this gives you a vague idea about whether or not you may or may not want to get Emily. But, you know, we'll continue playing with Emily as we move on. And we'll see what other crazy shenanigans we can come up with. Alright. Until next time. I don't know when, but until next time, I will see you guys later. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to follow. Feel free to sub. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace!
Many ladies in the court of Fontaine like to spray their perfume onto a delicate lace fan, allowing them to generate a pleasant fragrance with each flick of the wrist. It's quite an ingenious method. Yeah. ambiance!
Light of the blazing sun! A dash of color brings a spirit to life. Gloves off! Buckle up! Hi! Faster! Stronger! Start the Russian floral! Wrath from the sky! Incinerate! Rise with the sun! Let's get it on!
Step aside! Let's...
Light of the blazing sun! Very well!
Keep up. One with the four.
Right here. Emerge. Right now. Grow, grow, grow! Make yourselves at home!
Yeah. Right. I'll uproot you. And shroud.
Nothing lasts forever. Right here. Emerge.
Yeah.
The night is cold, cold. Night committed to memory.
Can't see?
Emerge. The Temple of Wisdom. This way through.
I hear everything.
Stars, shine for me. Right here, right now. Committed to memory. A sight to behold. Emerge, right now. Yeah! I see everything. My God, cold. Mine's a command. Make yourselves at home. Emerge, right now. Emerge.
One with the forest. Let's nip that in the bud.
This way through the river. Right here. Emerge.
And shroud.
The night is cold. Neutralize! Control breathing! Start the clock! You're dead meat! A little ambiance! Light it up! Extract! Hi! Quick as a flash! Let's move!
Wrath from the sky!
This'll brighten up the place!
Let's get it on!
Faster! Stronger!
On my mark! Light of the blazing sun! Full throttle!
Look alive! Hi! Reconstitute! Control breathing! Start the clock! A little ambiance!
Wrath from the sky! Rev the end!
Neutralize! Quick as a flash!
Time.
Burn it down!
Reconstitute! Faster! Stronger! Let's move!
Light of the blazing sun! Try and stop me!
This'll brighten up the place.
Pyroclastic surge! You asked for it. Buckle up!
Quick as a flash. Let's move.
Light of the blazing sun! Full throttle!
Russian floral.
Faster! Stronger!
Start the clock.
Pyroclastic surge! Rev the engine! Let's get it on!
Reconstitute.
Wrath from the sky!
Committed to this right now. Right here.
I hear everything. One with the force.
Upgrade the name of the truth.
Sharing my knowledge. Don't be scared. My guiding star.
Revelation.
I'll uproot you.
Door.
Right now. Emerge. Right here. This way through the loop. Oh, lines at the middle. Not now.
Can't see? Let's nip that in the bud.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom. Right now. Emerge.
And trap. I'll bury you.
The night is cold. Stars shine. I'm always watching. Right now. Right here. Right now.
I hear everything.
Committed to memory. Don't be scared. Emerge. Right now.
Can't see?
On my mark! A little ambiance.
Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
Look alive! Quick as a flash! Start the clock!
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Russian floral! Controlled breathing!
On my mark! Let's get it on!
Neutralize!
Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
Make yourselves at home! My guiding stars! Right here. Right now. Stars, shine for me. Emerge. Right here. Right now. This way through the river.
And trap. Let's nip that in the bud.
The night is cold. Right here. Right now. Emerge. Don't be scared.
I hear everything.
Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom. My guiding stars. Cold. Lines of right now. Emerge.
Can't see? Let's nip that in the bud.
A sight to behold. Right now. Right here. Right now. Grow, grow, grow. Share my knowledge. Not now. Don't be scared.
Right here, right now. Right here.
And Shroud! I hear everything!
This place hurt a little. Cold. Learn to command. My guiding.
Right now.